More, well, what are graphs? More data what? Organizing, representing, doing. So we're going to represent data today with stem and leaf plots and pictographs. Now, stem and leaf plots, if we're going to write something down, we're just going to say it's another way to show a large amount of data. And here's where we, every year I have trouble because some students get confused on stem and leaf plots. And I understand why they do. I won't get upset. It's tough because we're thinking, why are they calling it stem and leaf? And so one year I'll explain why they call it stem and leaf, and everybody goes, and it kind of confuses them. And then the next year I go, I'm not going to show them why they call it stem and leaf. I'm just going to do a stem and leaf plot, and boom, we're going to go. And they go, why do they call it stem and leaf? So it's tough either way I try to do it. So I'm going to this year attempt to show you why they call it stem and leaf. Why? Do not. You do not have to draw this here picture. But this is how I'm going to try to explain it. Because you're not going to see it in picture form like this in magazines or in any kind of data in front of a business or corporation. But this is really the only way I can make students halfway understand why they call it stem and leaf. So I got some stems with leaves on them. Alrighty? Alright. You will notice we have a 3 on this stem, and then a 2 leaf and a 9 leaf is what it's supposed to be. I know my art is not very good, but we're just going to play like it's a tree and some of the leaves are wilted, okay? Because I can't make real pretty leaves. Here's a stem that has a 5 on it, and then it has some leaves that have numbers. And here's another stem with a number and some leaves with numbers, okay? Well, this is where I guess where they came up with stem and leaf. Let's look at the smallest number stem, which is this guy right here, right? Y'all agree? Because it has a number 1. So, I want to entertain you with this thought that the stem is the tens digit. The tensies. So in other words, it is stem 1, and what's the smallest leaf value? 0 on him. On him, there's a 0 leaf. So I'm going to put a 0 leaf on the stem 1, and I have the number 10. So the piece of data represented right there is 10. Maybe it's 10 hats, maybe it's 10 skateboards, whatever, but the data is 10. Okay? We're still on the stem 1, and what's the next one? 1 leaf, so put it with it. Now I have data 11. Got it now, brother? Yes, sir. So the next one is stem 1, leaf 4, stem 1, leaf 8. Now that's all the leaves that are on that stem. That's all the data that's in the tensies, or the teens. Okay? Now let's find another stem that's a little bigger number. What's the next number? The 3 is the next value higher than the tensies. It is 3 stem, and what leaf? 2. So its information is 32. We're still on the 3 stem, and it has another leaf, 9. The information of the data is 39. And that's all the leaves that are on there, so that's all the 30s there are. Were there any 20s? No, because there's not a stem with a 2 on it. Are there any 40s? No. The next stem is this guy, and what is it? The 50s, so we got 50, 50, 51, 52. Oh, I already got a 52. But there's 2 leaves with 2s, so that means there's 2 pieces of data that are 52. 52 and 52. Don't ask that. No, just stay with me. Okay? Sorry to cut you off, brother, but I'm going to stay on our road. Now, like I said, this is where they come up with the title of what kind of graph we're doing. Data representation, stem and leaf. But we never see it like this. We see it in table form. So we write and draw a table. Here's where you can do it. On your nose. Not this, but this. And the table has on it, and it's got a line on this side and a bigger box on the other side. Now, like other data representation, we have to have a title. There is no title to this information right here, so I'm going to call it blah blah. Blah, well, it's got to have an H, doesn't it? It's the blah blah data. Right here is the word stem, and over here, what do you think? Leaf. Technically, we're going to do what the tree does here. What was our first smallest branch or stem? The tensies, or the 1. So we put 1 stem, and what were the leaves on the 1? 0, 1, 4, 8. Here's our branch, and here's the leaves hanging on that branch. This represents 10, 11, 14, 18. Don't ask why people want to use stem and leaves. They just do. And we have to learn what it's about. The thing I think of is, it's a lot easier to write just that and then these instead of writing the numbers all the way out if it's a real large amount of data. Okay? Okay? A whole large amount of data. Okay? What was the next stem? 3. And who was his leaves? 2 and 9, which represent 32, 39. And the last stem was the 5 stem, and it had 0, 1, 2, and 2 again. 50, 51, 52, 52. Okay? This is what it's going to look like. It's not going to look like the tree. It's going to be in a box or chart form with a stem and some leaves hanging on it. And that represents the data. Okay? Now, let's go down here and let's make one and see if it comes out clear. Yes?
Can we have Emily Ann Silverman to the office, please?
She's on the way.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Let's come down here now. Make a what? Make a stem and leaf of what? These miles traveled to reach
A
a weekend getaway. Okay? So, we need a box, don't we? So let's draw us a box. What else we do?
You did the 2 line.
Line, there you go. Line across the top.
The title. Across the left side.
Lost the left side.
Title.
Title. Now, what are we going to put on the title for this one? Nope.
Miles.
Miles of weekend getaway.
Mileage.
Weekend. Miles traveled.
2 weekend getaways. Okay? Miles to weekend getaways. All right. What's in this box? Stem. What's this? Leaf. We're just following the rules we set up over here. Okay? Now, it's 81 miles somewhere, 76 miles somewhere, 55 miles somewhere. Maybe it's to Ray Roberts. Maybe it's to Fort Worth, Six Flags. Someone's going on vacation for a weekend. And these are all the mileages. We want to put this in an organized data representation stem and leaf plot. It'll be a lot easier to see. So, let's find the smallest mileage up there, which is what?
55.
55. Everybody agree it's 55?
Yes, sir.
There's nothing smaller than 55. So, I'm going to find 55. I'm going to change colors. Here we go. Check mark it. Why am I check marking it?
So you know you've already.
So I know I've used it. I'm not going to repeat it. So 55. What is the stem for 55? 5. What is the leaf for 55? 5. Are there any more 50s in that list? So technically, if we're looking at it, it's 1 branch, it's the 5 branch, and how many leaves are on it? 1 5 leaf, and that's the only leaf on the branch. Okay? That's technically what it means for stem and leaf. All right? What's the next size?
7.
Any 6s? No 6s, so I don't have a 6 stem. All right? 7s. Okay, what's the littlest one?
70.
Ooh, right there.
We got 2 70s.
Oh, 2 of them. So I'm going to put stem 7, leaf 0, comma 0, meaning 70, 70. There's 2 70s. All right? What else?
71.
Whoop, right there. So I put a 1. Do I need to put another 7? No. It is 1 branch, and then I'm going to list all the other numbers hanging on that 7 branch. There's a 1. What else?
5.
Next one's a 5, so put a 5 to represent 75. Okay.
6.
Whoop, right there, good. So put a 6 to represent 76.
79.
And bingo, put a 9 for 79. That was a lot. I'm going to double make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves. 2, 4, 6 leaves. Is it becoming easier now? What we're doing? It's really not that hard. All right. What's the next one?
8.
Oh, there's an 8 one. So 8 stem,
0.
0 leaf.
81.
8 stem, 1 leaf.